Hello friends, welcome to the vlog. That was a lovely tea and bowl of oats I had for breakfast. I am going to try to have a very cozy cleaning day today. It is raining a little bit, thunderstorming off and on, cloudy, and the temperature should be dropping, so I think that makes for perfect cleaning weather. I also think I might want to bake something today just for me. I haven't done it in a while and it's fun, and I could use some fun distraction. I am extremely anxious today. It is Wednesday and I've been stressed since this time last week. I know why. It is because I have a wedding Saturday and Sunday. There is nothing unusual about these weddings. The days aren't even very long. I mean, Saturday's wedding is only going to be 3 hours for me and I'm running video. So I need to stop getting myself worked up over this weekend. It could go absolutely fantastic. I should think of it that way because truly, let's say I've had 100 weddings, I would say 95 of those went absolutely fantastically. But anyway, I want to get started with baking and cleaning. The more I think about it, the more anxious I get. Any activity where I move my body as well as my hands really helps flush out a lot of that anxiety. At least I'll get a break in it for one day, hopefully more. To start, I am going to clean up after breakfast and I am going to go ahead and make the cookie dough. We're making cookies in this vlog. I don't think I've said yet. I want to make the cookie dough first because it's the kind that needs to chill for a couple of hours before it is baked. And the rain is returning now. It was very dark out there, so let's get started. Hopefully I will not lose power. Never know with these thunderstorms. I've got the dough divided into a baker's dozen of cookies, which is 13, which means 1 extra for the baker. And now I'm gonna put them in the freezer and is time to clean up all of this and get started with our house cleaning segment of the day. And by clean, I do mean the dishwasher is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting, pretty much all of the heavy lifting this time. But I'm going to help it out because in the effort of doing a deep clean today, I am going to clean the filter in the dishwasher, which I need to do more often, but I don't know, kind of grosses me out. But I am so glad that it has this. I just don't look at it directly until I've rinsed it off. But all I have to do is just take it out, give it a quick rinse, put it back in, and the dishwasher performs much better this way. And that's all. While I'm down there, I'm just going to clean this metal plate too. Doesn't really get dirty, but it can have some gunk on it. Much better. Now it'll be cycling cleaner water back onto the dishes. I am so sorry I'm going to have to run the vacuum, Bergamot. Oh, I know that means you'll have to hide for the rest of the day. Yeah. Lots of loud noises about to happen. Oh, goodness. Yeah, you're sleepy. Oh. It's already getting a little bit late in the day. It's 5:30. Making the cookie dough took a few more hours longer than I thought it was going to take. So before I start vacuuming, which is going to be the main task of cleaning today, I am thinking about what else I can multitask while I do that. And I was going to wash my bedding, but Autumn is having her late afternoon nap there right now. So I am going to do something that I don't do very often, and I'm going to wash the blankets that I have laying around the house. Normally I would take something like this outside and just shake it so they don't get washed too often and they smell very nice and put a nice fragrance to the house after they are washed. Now for the big job of the day, let's vacuum this floor. First, I have to clear away Winter's most favorite thing, which is her paper. Don't worry, I'm not throwing it out. I have a very weird dusting technique. For a long time, I thought that I was the only one who did it, and I was kind of embarrassed of it because it is a little bit weird. I tend to do weird things sometimes when it comes to cleaning. But just the other day, I saw a vacuum manufacturer, I can't remember which one, advertising what looked like a big hairdryer, but it was meant for blowing out. Autumn, you're not going to want to be there in a minute. It was meant for blowing out dust in very hard to reach places where a vacuum suction just isn't strong enough. I have been doing this for probably 2 decades with a vacuum like this, where I will take the hose off of the suction end and put it on the blower end. Normally these kind of things would be advertised for blowing up an air mattress or something like that, but I somehow noticed that it was doing an excellent job at dusting, and I have been doing it ever since. So that is what I'm about to do now. If I don't, well, at least since autumn is up, I can now wash the bedding. But I am going to take this, put it behind this, blow out all the dust bunnies. They're going to come up and they're going to settle on the floor where I can vacuum them up. Sometimes it is nice when you don't feel so weird in your cleaning techniques anymore.
Come, baby. Come on, baby. Good girl. Let's go. Are you hungry? Want a snack? Just go. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go see. Good girl. Let's go eat.
That is also the perfect technique for getting things out from underneath large appliances like refrigerators, stoves, washers, and dryers. One time I did that under my refrigerator and I found every single hair tie I had ever given Autumn to play with. Of course, there is still some surface dust, and I will take care of that with a cloth later. This room is mostly done. The cats have come out again. I've got Winter's clean paper back on the floor, so she can enjoy that, all of her favorite things. I have dusted most of most, if not all, of the surfaces. I have got a classic Morgan Long vlog on the TV. I love her early 2020, 2021 vlogs. I really fell in love with those. And much of what she does inspires what I do. I cleaned and dusted some things that I don't get to very often, like the bookshelves there. Vacuumed underneath the little cat carriers in their toy box. Dusted all of that, dusted the little tables and the lamps. Oh, you can really see the dust on those when that starts to build up. Dusted off some pictures. Yeah, lots of dusting, lots of vacuuming. And the cats are enjoying their freshly cleaned room. Here's what the dryer pulled out of those mostly clean looking blankets. Oh my gosh, look at all that cat hair. Well, I won't be sitting in that anymore. I don't sit here too often anymore. I don't really watch TV that much these days. This room smells wonderful. I feel so at peace sitting here with knowing that everything has just been dusted and vacuumed and cleaned. It's a very good feeling in the body. It took me a surprisingly long time just to do this room. It's 9 o'clock now, so I am going to call it for tonight. I'm getting hungry and I want supper. And although I am a night owl and I don't mind cleaning at night, I probably prefer it. I don't want the cats to stress out anymore. I don't usually run the vacuum for that long of a time, and I'm sure they are just as exhausted as I am from the cleaning. So I would like to pick up tomorrow with some of the other rooms. I have a new cleaning tool that I am so excited to use in the shower. The shower is always a stress point for me. I am always kind of grossed out with it, and the only thing that really cleans it very well is bleach. So I am going to see what this new tool can do for me. We also still have to bake off those cookies. I'm definitely going to hold that off until tomorrow. After supper, I don't really want anything that big and sweet this late at night. But it has been a happy thought in my head all day, knowing that that cookie dough is in the freezer. Okay, I am going to wind down. You go ahead and make yourself a mid-video cup of tea, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. This is a classic English breakfast tea. It's perfect for a day like today.
Oh, goodness.
And we've got a tea time guest, Miss Winter. Well, she's a little hard to see. She's gonna just wander around the table. Well, it is not, in fact, the next day. It is Tuesday of the following week. I was just way too stressed about those upcoming weddings to continue recording my cleaning, because for some reason, even the cleaning wasn't cutting the anxiety, and I really just needed to kind of shut down for those remaining days. So I just did as little as possible and cuddled with the cats. The weddings were fine. Nothing horrible happened in them. I'm happy with what I got. Everything worked out just fine. So I don't know. That's usually the way it goes, but yet the stress is is there. But now that the weddings are over, all of that anxiety just evaporated away. Of course it would, because anxiety is fear of the future. But it's all gone right now, and I can't tell you how relaxing of a feeling that is when it leaves. And now I am left with just excitement for the upcoming cleaning day I'm going to have. And I'm not being sarcastic about that. I really do enjoy cleaning. Today is the big task that I have been waiting for. I am going to work on the shower, and I am going to introduce you to my new favorite cleaning toy. So let's get started with that. All right, this is what I have been so excited to use on the bathroom. It's a steamer. I've tested it out, it all works. Sage is excited about it too, but she won't be so excited when I turn it on because it's quite loud. I have never had something like this before. And when I did a little test around the kitchen, it works so well. The first one I got, I had to return, not this one. I just got myself like a little handheld one. And it lasted for about 5 minutes, and then it didn't produce any more steam. And the steam that came out was like just barely anything. It wasn't doing anything. So I returned that, and this one works like an absolute champ. This is it's a pressurized steamer, but the steam comes out almost like a pressure washer. It's very strong. My shower has tile in it, and I can scrub the grout all day long with friction scrubbing kind of cleaner, and it just still doesn't get it very clean. So I'm just going to try this on it, see how well it works. I can't wait to see what it does with this bathroom. Oh gosh. It's a good thing when I can get excited about cleaning. Of course, it just says to use water. I got some steamer safe scented water and eucalyptus scent. I was going to give it a try. And I'll just let that heat up. Takes just a few minutes. The light is green. We are ready to rock and roll. It's working so good. It's also very satisfying. I put some earplugs in because it is also very loud, but I'm just going to give things a wipe down and then continue on. So I have just used up the 300 millimeters of cleaner I put in the machine. I'm pretty trigger happy. I am just having so much fun with this thing that I just find myself wanting to go over and over and over the same area again just to get it just that much cleaner. And it's really working too. It's hard to show on camera, but I can see the little specks of dust lifting up from grout and things where dust just settled, and it's very hard for a brush and scrubbing solution to get out. Looks like the sun is coming out a little bit. I thought it was going to rain all day. I'm also enjoying the cleaner. At first I wasn't too sure if I liked the eucalyptus smell, but I think I'm going to refill it with the cleaner, and the next thing we're going to tackle is the shower. Surprised Sage hasn't ran away. She's just kind of keeping her distance when the cleaner is on. But otherwise it doesn't seem to be scaring her. Everybody else has hidden. Any kind of loud noise is not their thing. I am not going to show any of that any closer because it grosses me out just to look at, so it'll definitely gross me out to rewatch this editing, but that grout line and that soap holder, that's what I'm talking about when I cannot get that stuff out through just scrubbing. So I am hoping that the steam is going to help me. I've put one of the brushes on to see if that helps a little bit with the grout line. All done. Are you one of those people that likes to just randomly pop into the bathroom for the rest of the day after you've spent hours cleaning the bathroom? That is definitely going to be me for the next couple of hours. You just got to enjoy your accomplishments. Celebrate them, and if that means popping into the bathroom just to gaze upon your hard work, do it. I'm especially happy with how the shower turned out. After I steamed it once, I sprayed it with some bleach and then steamed it again. I didn't really feature the grout very much, but I did do some scrubbing on the grout, and that has made a big difference. It is so bright now. One last look. I am going to enjoy that shower this evening. Very good. I have been cleaning for about 4.5 hours, and I don't think Sage hardly left the room. Gotta put all this away now, Sage. Cleaning the bathroom is hard work. After cleaning for about 5 hours, I am feeling very peckish, so I am going to bake up some of that cookie dough I made earlier. "20 minutes to cookies." Oh my goodness, how those smell so good. They look so good. So these need to cool for an excruciating 10 minutes before I can take one off of the pan. In the meantime, I'm going to make myself some tea and probably go look at the bathroom again. It's been 10 minutes. Let's see if I can get one of these off the pan. Oh, but which one? I think I'm going to go for the one that's just got a big pit of chocolate lava on the top. There we go. Aha. Yes, I am so hungry right now. I'm going to make supper or prep supper after this. But this will give me the pickup I need right now. Who doesn't like dessert before dinner? Here is what I've cooked up for dinner. Not only did I have dessert before dinner, I am having breakfast for dinner. I've got tofu scramble and some purple sweet potato. I'm just eating all the favorite things in the favorite ways today. Well, good afternoon, friends. It is absolutely beautiful outside with the tail end of the storms, all the puffy clouds. It's very blustery outside, so they are moving across the sky at a pretty good clip. It would be a cloud watching day if the humidity wasn't insane outside. I have been to the gym and normally just doing strength workouts. I don't actually sweat that much, but today I was sweating quite a lot. I am so thankful I have a working air conditioner right now that is doing its darndest to pump out all of the humidity from this house. Given that it is way too miserable to be outside, I am hoping to finish off the rest of my cleaning today. I might be a little bit late to mention, but I'm not really doing any decluttering as I go through these rooms. I'm just surface cleaning and doing that surface cleaning a little bit deeper than I normally do. Decluttering is more like something that needs to be done a little bit at a time for the rest of my life. I have brought very few things into this house since I moved in, and yet I am still getting things out of it.
Say hello, Winter. Say hello.
Winter is my only kitty that is okay with being held. Everyone else has better things to do.
Goodness.
The plan for the rest of this afternoon is to wash my bedding and clean the surfaces in the bedroom, and I would like to go over maybe the kitchen cabinets and then just do another general vacuum. That is a never-ending thing. And since I just brushed these little ones today, there is a whole new pile of cat hair on the floor. But Winter did enjoy her freshly cleaned carpet and paper. She loves packing paper. Okay. All right. Here, they are definitely shedding. Well, anyway, let's get started on the first task, which will be the bedroom bedding. The last time I cleaned the fan was when I stopped it to reverse the airflow, which was probably 6 weeks ago. The only other time I end up cleaning it is when the power goes out and it stops, and then I have a very good look at all the cat hair and dust that the blades have collected. Although these aren't looking too bad right now. So I guess maybe I've done a better job at keeping the dust low in this room. I got some more tea. The sheets are about done drying. It smells and feels so nice in here right now. The scent of the cleaner I was using is mint, and I find mint to be very relaxing for me. Lately I've been liking to use different scents for different rooms of the house, so I have mint for the bedrooms. I have rose for the general rest of the house, and for the kitchen I have something called Snowdrop. So it's flowery, but it's a bit stronger. I have dusted the surfaces as well as I can. I vacuumed. I did clean one window because there was a significant large splat of bird poop on it. So that was always a pleasure to look out the window and see that right in my face. The sheets are drying. They are almost done, but in the meantime, I have a mountain of clothing to put away, so I'm going to put on a YouTube video and just get lost in that for a while. What you think, Berg? What you think? What you see? He's not sure about an empty, bare bed. A quick tip if you just can't stand putting away clothing. I find putting on a YouTube video, something that you're just looking forward to watching that will kind of keep you distracted for a while, makes the task go by much better. I can't say it's faster, but the experience is better.
But I never passed your stupid test. You only lied and then you lied. And I cried like a knife inside my chest. What did I ever do to you?
smells nice. This is actually peppermint tea. I normally don't like to drink peppermint tea during the warm months of the year. It just seems more like a cold weather beverage, but I'm running very low on tea, so I'm trying to use up some of the stuff that was in the pantry. Anyway, welcome to Thursday afternoon. I slept remarkably well last night in that clean bed and bedroom. Today I want to do a little tidying of the kitchen, maybe condense and organize a few things in the pantry, and as well as get to some fine line dusting around the cabinets that I haven't done in a while, and a few other little dusting jobs here and there. So just like the fan in the bedroom, it has been a while since I have dusted this one, and I want to take these shades off and put them in the dishwasher. And I think they just twist out. These don't twist with screws like most of them do. So this one might be stuck. This one's coming out just fine. Gosh, what's the matter with that? There we go. Success. One time I was watching the Property Brothers, and this very same light fixture was in a house that they were doing the interior demo of. I thought that was pretty funny, and I wouldn't mind volunteering my house for a remodel. Just don't ask me to pay for it right now. Anyway, dusting these is very difficult, so I'm just going to take them down and put them in the dishwasher as well. I'm going to do the same kind of cleaning for the dining room lamp. I think these should just slip off. Yeah. This might be the kind of cleaning that only I notice, but because I know it's done, it makes me feel good. I'm going to put this on the more delicate cycle. Well, that's been a couple of weeks of cat hair gathering. Taking a little break from dusting, and I'm going to switch to some pantry consolidation. The dishwasher just finished. I'm going to give these a moment to cool down before I can handle them. In the meantime, I want to give the steamer another go and see how it works as a mop. That went remarkably well. But I had a couple of stains on this floor that have been there for years. They were like sticky stains, and nothing would get them up. Not mopping, not bleaching, and this thing absolutely melted those away almost in an instant. I was afraid those were going to be permanent, and now they are gone. This got quite dirty too, so I sweep and vacuum the floor regularly, but it's been a while since I mop it. I don't always get around to that. So I wasn't even planning on using this steamer as a mop, but it looks like I'm going to. All right, I think those fan light fixtures are cool now, so I'm going to put those away. And I think I might call the kitchen refreshed and done. These look so much better. There used to be a gray layer of dust on these edges. It was so gross. Now let's see if I can do this without breaking anything. Okay, that actually got me sweating. But it is bright and white and all clean. How many times can I say how nice it feels to be in here? It feels great to have a few things in the pantry put into containers, and it is nice to know that the cabinets have had a thorough dusting, even if you can't visually see it. Those things that I know matter to me, especially with having the floor mopped. I tend to clean things that are mostly at eye level and hand level, and knowing that all of that dirt has been steamed away makes me feel so good to be in here. Even knowing that there is no dust on the fan makes me feel good. It is past 8:30. The hour between 8 and 9 is my favorite hour of the day. The heat is dissipating, the humidity is dissipating, and finally the harsh bright light is going down and everything just looks soft and beautiful outside. So I am going to make myself some dinner. I wish I could invite you all to dinner in this nice clean space. Maybe someday. I hope someday to have dinner gatherings. But for now, it will be me and my cats. I'm sure they appreciate the clean space too. For dinner, I'm going to have the last bit of tofu scramble I made and sweet potato, just using up the rest of what I have in the refrigerator before I go to the grocery. So if that means the same thing for several nights in a row, that's what I'm going to do. I also am going to throw in a salad with the last bit of lettuce I had. So I've been doing a declutter of the refrigerator during this week as well. All right, I'm hungry. I'm going to get to that. Here is dinner. Got my salad, tofu scramble, sweet potatoes under that, and a peach joy burst. Perfect.